Alright guys, here's a few things I've done with the JJ1000. Start off, I'll point out that package on the left is the RTF version with the quad, battery, radio, extra props, and charger. And on the right we have the BNF version with just the quad and the motors, propeller, and prop guards, of course. Down in the middle we have the YiFei XS1 controller. That radio is what I use to fly all these quads. It comes from the Tarantula, which is a big quad that has been seen to get up to 280 meters range, which is like far too much to fly by these little guys by sight. So, but it never drops out, and it's a great controller. So I use that, and it's inexpensive, really good. So to start off the lineup, we have the fix-up of a failure quad. This is failure El Grande. This is the YiFei XS1. I bought two of these from the factory. They sent two duds, boards and crap radios that wouldn't go more than 30 meters, and had reduced performance from some of the other ones we've seen with the R3 board, and two cameras that were garbage. They put a mark on every, just crap cameras. And there's no recourse from the factory. They just don't care and wouldn't do anything. So the recourse is to put the JJ1000 board in there, and even though it's small, it fits in there with just a few little shavings of the plastic bits, and the LEDs do shine through the transparent arm pieces, and this now flies like the quad's supposed to, and that's what we call the Pyuying with brains, the Pyuying with brains. Next up is the YiFei XS1, which is a nice little quad. It's got an excessively fast yaw rate, so it just looks great at night spinning, but and it looks great. It spins so fast you just see a solid circle of lights. And but it's too fast of yaw for me, except in low rates. And it also suffers from a slightly deficient range, which may be 50 meters and it falls, so that's not good for me. I like it to go at least 100 meters. So I put the JJ1000 board in there, and by the way, this shell is the best body made on any micro. It's super resilient plastic. I don't know what the difference is between this and other frames made, other bodies made, but this is just the best, and it's very aerodynamic. This really is a superb flyer, this quad. It also has a on-off switch and a large battery bay. I've switched around the front to back on the bottom so that the battery leads meet the board leads underneath there and don't get tangled in the props. That one I call the Area 51 probe drone. Frequent Flyer said that anybody who calls these drones instead of quads gets probed by the aliens from Area 51. That's what that's about. Next one up is one I made from the CG023 frame. It cost me $4. And this originally had, not originally on this, I just bought the frame, but the quad itself comes with 6mm motors. And since I put the motors and all into the YiFei and onto this frame, these are 7mm motors, so I split the motor holders, I split them down the front and then across at the bottom, and so then it separated into two halves that are kind of like clamps on the motor, and then I slipped on doubled up rubber bands, little loom bands on there to hold it in better. Originally on the frame it comes out and then goes up to the prop protectors, and I had to chop them off because the bigger props don't fit there. The bottom piece then is just held on by this thin piece of plastic here, and so I've hot glued it on, and I push the motors down, sit on top of that, and they sit very straight, and they have a great clearance here so that there's very little prop wash between those thin arms and raised up motors. Flies like a little demon. That one I call a Deep Probe 9, and the JJ1000 is the star of the show, needs no introduction. I've got videos showing how that flies. So shout out to Stuart RC for doing one of the first installations of a micro board into a big quad like this with 8.5 millimeter motors, and showed that it works. It doesn't burn out the little MOSFETs. It flies them great, and there we go. He's got started on a number of quads of that size, like the L6052 can be improved, and there's every day people are finding more quads that have some kind of lack that can be filled in with the micro boards from JJ1000, or Stuart likes to use the Junsheng 3015 board. That's a pretty acrobatic little board, but I like the longer range of the JJRC, and so that's what I use. And of course it gets this long range with the good radio. So that's it for the show, and hope you liked it, and I'm going to show you some clips of these monstrosities that have popped up now, and yeah, hope you liked it. Alright, back at the quad plate. That's quite a bit faster. Good, we got it in a spot without wind. And we can see it elevate during the funnel, no problem.
Shaking quake that makes you think of a nervous snake. They're talking about Egyptianella. Winter 20, but that's okay. They like them putting down there that way. She's got the love of every fella. When she shakes and when she starts down by the river Nile, the boys will take their old sweethearts and throw them to the crocodile. And every shaking the audience jumps up and yells that she's a mess. While they love Egyptianella.
Oh, it almost got me there.
Shakes and when she starts down by the river Nile, the boys will take their old sweethearts and throw them to the crocodile. And every shaking the audience jumps up and yells that she's immense. Oh, my, they love Egyptianella.
They can dive on too.